This webinar is titled The Rise of the Elites, Arbitrary Absolutes, Morals, and Law. Francis Schaeffer said there's really only one alternative left after the Christian consensus is gone, and that is that a single individual or group will come forth as an elite to give arbitrary absolutes to society. Let's hear it now in his own words.
There really is only one other alternative left after the Christian consensus is gone, and that is that a single individual or a group will come forth as an elite to give arbitrary absolutes to society. Now, we mustn't think this is extreme in our thoughts, because many people, many different kind of people, have made suggestions in just exactly this direction, that this, they say, is what must come into our present society now that the Christian consensus is gone. One man stands out who said this quite some time ago, and that's John Kenneth Galbraith. He suggested that the intellectuals, and especially the academic world, and especially the scientific world, plus the government, would provide such an elite. Robert Theobald, at the Second General Assembly of the World Future Society in June 1975, said, quote, "It's naive to deny the necessity for some kind of competent elite," end of quote. Daniel Bell, who's one of the great thinkers of this particular moment of history, has written a book called The Coming of Post-Industrial Society. In it he says both government and business has become so technical that the technocrats must become an elite to take over. And he says this is what's going to happen if we continue in a straight line from where we now are. But in it, he gives a most astute warning, a warning that the lack of a rooted moral belief system is the cultural contradiction of the society, the deepest challenge to its survival. Now, what does he mean by that? Well, he means that in this society that we're saying is just, there it is, some sort of an elite, one kind or another, in which all these men and many other thinkers are talking about today. What he's saying is that how are they going to generate any real absolute? How are they going to generate any real meaning? How are they going to generate any real ethic? In other words, you could sum up what he's saying, and brilliantly saying, as that in such a society, there is no absolute ethic to accompany the absolute power. Well, that's exactly what stands ahead of us in this matter of an arbitrary elite taking over and giving arbitrary absolutes to the community. Humanism has found no way to deal with the problem of morals and ethics and values. And Rousseau's romantic utopian theories led to the violence of the French Revolution and to the guillotine.
Here are a few key items that he shared. The intellectuals, especially the academic world and the scientific world, plus the government, would provide such an elite. The lack of a rooted moral belief system is the cultural contradiction of the society and the deepest challenge to its survival. In such a society, there is no absolute ethic to accompany the absolute power. What do you think about this? Do you believe the things described in this clip are coming true or are true already? Why or why not? This is U.S. Civics Training. Thanks for listening.